Okay, so I set a timer when we got in line for the Exorcist house to see how long it would take to do 2 houses. And right now we're at 25 minutes with the express pass.
Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man.
Hello and welcome back to another Florida Man YouTube video. I'm Trevor.
And I'm Avery.
We are back at Halloween Horror Nights, and I tell you what, we're making 2 videos this year. Last year we only did 1, so far so good. But today I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, because I always say to you guys, the Florida men know how to do it. We do it right, Stay and Scream Express Pass, but I want to show you guys actually how it works and how many houses you can get done in a day. This year is so tricky because we have 2 big houses this year, Stranger Things and The Last of Us, which means there are a lot of people at this event this year. If money is no option to you and you only have 1 day to do Horror Nights, treat yourself to the RIP Tour. The RIP Tour is a VIP experience where you and a select few of others have a private tour guide that takes you directly at all 10 houses and all 5 scare zones. You will literally have 0 wait on each and every house, and the tour guide would give you great information about the houses as well as the scare zones, and there is also a buffet option as well as a few different drinking options. Now, if you're like the Florida men and we are cheap and don't want to spend that money, what I recommend is to get 2 things. Number 1 is the Scream Early Pass. This guy is 40 bucks, but is worth every single penny. This is a separately ticketed ticket. So on top of your Horror Nights ticket, you also have to buy the Scream Early Pass. The Scream Early Pass allows you to get into the park as early as 3 o'clock to go to the Stay and Scream areas, and there are currently 4 in the park. The 4 Stay and Scream areas are Today Cafe, Ritger's, New York City, and the Simpsons area. The number 1 reason why I recommend to go to the New York City Stay and Scream Zone is because Stranger Things is the first house to open at 5:15. Over in the Simpsons area, The Last of Us house opens at 5:45. Now, a Florida Man recommendation would be to get to the Stay and Scream Zone at 4 o'clock. Now, what you can do is there are a few food options here, including some of the Halloween Horror Night stands where you can get your Twisted Taters. Get in line for Stranger Things. You want to hang out there. I know it's a little long, about an hour and 15 minutes, and you could be one of the first people in that house, right? Now, let's say if you're like us and you hit I-4 traffic and you're like, crap, I'm running late. You get here and the line for Stranger Things is already long. This is where Express Pass comes in handy. The Express Pass Scream Early combo is a little overkill, but in my opinion, it is the best way to get all the houses done. As you can see on the other side of the lake, people are still waiting for Last of Us, but right now, they just let in for Stranger Things. It is about 5:20, and we're gonna jump in for the Express for that. The line for Stranger Things meets right at the alley in front of Transformers, and as you can see, there's a lovely team member with the sign for the house. We are now cruising through the Express Pass line, and to give you guys some idea, it is 5:46 now. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock out Stranger Things, shoot over to Dragons, and then shoot over to Yeti. I gotta tell you what, guys, that Stranger Things house, it slaps, it slaps. You know, this was only my 2nd time going through it. First time I was like, it's good, it's not great. I tell you what, the scares in it are awesome, the scene is amazing. This house is gonna get better and better, and I really think they upped the lighting on it, because I was walking through the scene where you go through Vecna's house, and it looked so good. The first time I did it, it was so dark. This time, I tell you what, it was amazing. Now, mind you, the event doesn't actually start until 7, so that Scream Early Pass comes in handy. So 20 minutes for Dueling Dragons. Let's knock this one out.
So we are about to do Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fate, and this house was the first house, 2nd house we did. And the first time we did it, it was awesome, and I really liked it. The theming was great, the scenes were great. The scares weren't the best, but overall it was a great house, and the section at the end is really cool and really unique. Good house.
And just like that, it is 6:21, and we are coming out of the Dragon's house. I tell you what, the 4 different endings slap. And this time we took fire, and it smelled like Rome's burning. I absolutely love it. They knocked it out of the park with this house. I tell you what, you know, nothing beats last year. But this year, I think it's gonna grow on me. So we're gonna shoot next door to Yeti. And again, not to be a broken record, 15-minute wait for Yeti, 20-minute for Dueling Dragons. By the end of the night, these will both be more than an hour wait. $40 for Scream Early is worth it 100%. Now we're doing a little bit of overkill with the Express Pass, and it seems like it's kind of a waste of money now. However, later throughout the night it's going to come in handy, and the reason why we're doing it now is to cut on time at these houses to get to the back houses, because as we are doing these houses, Last of Us and Classic Monsters are currently open, so they're going to have a long wait. And that's when that Express Pass is going to come in handy. It is 6:52 and we just got done Yeti. So we have 3 houses done even before the event actually starts, which is insane. The Stay and Screen Pass is well worth it. The Express Pass is well worth it. And because we did 3 houses, that means we have 7 left for the entire night. And I gotta say, that Yeti house, it slaps. That house is so good. Like, perfect.
Listen, originally I did not like that house, but the set is okay, but the scares are intense.
As we come out, Dragons is at 35 and Yeti is at 50 minutes. But we're not even worried about that. We're keep going forward, folks. It's super, super, super important. In fact, it's critical that you guys get into Lowe's and get classic pizza fries. There's 2 locations here and in Kids Zone, but the one here is 10 times better. And look, there's no line, absolute no line. This is why I come here so early. I don't come here to do houses, I come here to get pizza fries. After eating pizza fries, it's mandatory. I tell you what, it is now 7:30, which means the event is alive and well for the general public. So what you want to do is slam every single house with your Express Pass as fast as possible, which means go to Chucky. As soon as you're done Chucky, shoot to the back of the park, knock out Deal or No Deal, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Monsters Incorporated, and of course The Last of Us house. Now The Last of Us is going to be the biggest house, so you may want to start with that one first and knock out those other 3, right? Now as soon as you're done those, shoot to the front of the park. Run, run, run through the scare zone. Screw it all.
Run.
Now knock out Blood Moon and then Exorcist and you are done. So let's go give that a shot. We're gonna shoot all the way to the back to Dr. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated and Deal or No Deal. If it makes life a little bit easier for y'all, there actually is not even a house here. There's no house. See, look, there's nothing. There's look, a nice scare zone. We're gonna head to the nice scare zone. Ooh, it's in San Francisco. Don't even pay attention to the redhead over there. We're just gonna go straight. I'm trying to appreciate this scare zone. I mean, it's fun as far as the Oddfellow lore, but something about it just doesn't hold to me. Like, I feel like it needs oomph. I think it needs more scare actors. I mean, it's cool to see the cages. The crash crate is cool, but besides that, so far I'm counting 4, maybe 5 scare actors. Then there's this dog thing. I don't even know what the hell that thing is. Oh, something's going on. Cash it. Oh, cool.
What the hell is even happening here?
I like how I said there was 5 and now there's a million. Hello. They got this guy. Everyone can't. Oh my god, that's the dude from the scare zone last year. That's so cool. Alright, I take that back. Alright, that was cool, whatever that was. Alright, there's a 15-minute wait for Circus McGurkus. Let's go do it. Alright, after running the 5K, we finally made it here to Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Oddfellow, whatever the hell his name is. Let's do it. It is now 8 o'clock and we just got out of Dr. Oddfellow and we are heading into our 5th house. So we're halfway there. So with the Express, it is pretty much cake after this. Right now, Last of Us is about a 60-minute wait, and Deal or No Deal is at a 50-minute wait. Avery, what did you think of Oddfellow?
So that was my 3rd run on Oddfellow. I originally did not like the house. The 2nd time, I liked it a little bit more. This 3rd time, I liked it even more. So I feel like every time I'm seeing more things, I'm getting better scares. So it's a good house.
Now, as the event evolves and continues, Universal's going to update scares, put a little bit more scare actors where there need to be scare actors, and you'll see these houses go from good to even great. So I'm excited to see that development. I can already tell today, especially in that Yeti house, they really pushed for more actors. The scare actors were on point. It feels so good. Now, let's go back to Deal or No Deal. This was a house that was sitting a little low for me, so I'm excited to see what is in store for today. All right, guys, we are officially halfway through, and it is 8:17, guys. And I gotta tell you what, Darkest Deal, kind of growing on me, I tell you what, Avery, what do you think?
Yeah, so the first time I did that house, I was like, this sucked. So I have a few theories on why. Number one, it was the second day and the scares weren't on point. And number two is it was still light out and I really couldn't see the house that well. But the second time it's dark out now, my eyes are dilated, it's good. And I could really see what was going on and I could really follow the storyline better. So it definitely grew on my list and is better.
I gotta agree. Honestly, the scares are really good. It smells really, really good in there. The story is awesome. Definitely a very detailed house. This is a house that I would definitely want to do for the Unmasking the Horror Tour. You guys got to check that out. It's selling out really, really fast. Jump on it. It is worth every single penny. Jungle of Doom hits so hard at night. What a beautiful, beautiful scare zone. I really love how this year each scare zone tells an overarching story, yet its own story, almost like an anthology series. And the costumes in this one look great, especially the Silt Walker and of course, we got the man himself. When you're rushing from house to house, keep an eye out for the Megan Horde. They come out randomly in different locations. We're right here in front of Mel's. And they do a quick little dance and then they do a photo op later. It's really cool. Avery, what did you think of it?
I couldn't really see because there was a big crowd, but from what I saw, it was pretty cool.
House 6 is Exorcist the Believer. All right, we just got out of Exorcist. It is 8:42, which isn't too bad. Avery, this was your first time doing The Exorcist. What did you think?
That house was absolutely terrifying. Easily the scariest house of this year.
I agree. I feel it in my feet. The demon that comes out at the end just drives me nuts. And it's a very well done house. Scares the daylights out of me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll have to say, the set on that was awesome, but it was just very, very scary.
Oh yeah. We are heading to Bad Moon Rising, and I'm very excited to do this house. I really like this house, but I tell you what, the Scream Early Pass plus the Express is criminal. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, and this is our 7th house. Isn't that nuts? As you guys can see, once you get here nice and early, knock out Stranger Things first, you pretty much have the run of the place up until 7. You can knock out so many houses. So if you truly only have one day, this is the best way to do it. And also, it gives you the possibility to do houses twice, because if you come early enough, you can knock out the standby line before it gets crazy, then use your express later on and do it a double time. All right, we just got out of Blood Moon, and I tell you what, that house is so impressive. But Avery, our lead scientist over here, has some findings.
So, we did 2 houses in a whopping 31 minutes. I'd say that's great timing.
That's really good timing. I tell you what, that express pass comes in handy. So when you guys come, keep in mind 2 things. You want to get your big fish out of the way first. Stranger Things, Last of Us, and Exorcist. So once you get those done and over with, you can take your time with the IPs. If you are here for one night and if you are limited time, do not worry about the Chucky house. I hate to say it, I love Chucky as a franchise. Chucky house does not do it for me whatsoever. So with that being said, this is the best way to get all the houses done in one night. We got 7 houses done and it's only 9 o'clock, which is criminal. So the only 3 left for us are Last of Us, Universal Classic Monsters, and Chucky. So, but with that being said, I mean, this is the best way to do it. All of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the fog. Bye. And we're done. We are heading to Blood Moon Rising, and I really love this house. It's Dark Offerings. Stop ruining this clip for me.
Blood Moon Dark Offering.
No, it's Blood Moon Rising.
Okay, no, we're about to go, and you're gonna see it's Blood Moon Dark Offering.
It's. No, that's not it.
It's Bad Moon Rising.
It's Bad Moon Rising. It is now 8 o'clock, and we just got out of Monsters Secret. No.
Pizza face, pizza face, pizza face, pizza face.
As you guys can see, the earliest, and do it a double time,